The future of Obamacare subsidies is still up in the air after the House voted last week to approve a 3-year extension. The Senate has yet to schedule its vote on the bill, though it's unlikely to pass in the Republican-led legislature. Meanwhile, President Trump yesterday said he might veto an extension if it's brought to his desk. For more on this, let's bring in CBS News congressional reporter Taurean Small. So, Taurean, Americans in most states have until Thursday to enroll in a ACA coverage for this year, but premiums have already gone up. Could a vote in the next 3 days change that?
Yeah, so we talked to members of the Problem Solver Caucus, including Bernie Moreno, the Republican from Ohio. He told us that there are talks currently happening that would see an extension of the open enrollment period from mid-January to March, giving people a little bit more time to make their decisions as lawmakers continue to mull over whether or not an expansion of those COVID-era ACA subsidies is a possibility. What we know is that, of course, the House passed through a discharge petition a 3-year extension. There hasn't been appetite on the Senate side for that to happen, but we have seen come out of those conversations a 2-year deal that would see that happen, as well as some guarantees for Republicans who were on the fence in the previous votes. But again, that would have to go back through the House. And then, as you mentioned, Vlad, there's the possibility that the president could veto this, considering this isn't going through an overwhelming majority in both chambers that would override that veto. Still a lot on the line here, but ultimately, as these days tick down, that extension to this open enrollment period would be crucial as Americans consider their health care options.
All right, let's talk about this. The president warned last week that we could have another government shutdown on January 30th. Here we go again. What's the latest there?
Yeah, that stopgap measure that reopened the government during the longest government shutdown only extended us through at the end of January. We're now at that point where these appropriations bill have to turn out quickly to avoid that happening. What we saw come out of the House last week were 2 bills as part of a mini bus that would fund the relevant departments. The House, according to House Speaker, is on schedule to avoid a government shutdown. He's now putting the onus on the Senate to act. This was a part of what lawmakers have been griping about for the longest, the reliance on these continuing resolutions instead of a full budget bill that would appropriately fund the government. Again, though, as the president points out, we're weeks away from another potential shutdown, so they'll have to move fast in order for that to be avoided, Vlad.
All right, Taurean Small reporting from Congress for us. Thank you.